Every couple of years, half the country becomes convinced the market will crash if the other side wins. So they sell, or they wait, until things settle down. Here's the uncomfortable part. Over the long run, the market has climbed under both parties, under gridlock, under one-party control, under presidents nobody liked. It never once asked who you voted for. The people who sold to feel safe just paid for the privilege of missing the recovery. So before the next election headline talks you out of your own plan, give me a few calm minutes. By the end, you'll know why no party has ever owned the market's returns, and why the one reliable election year mistake is the one that feels the safest. Here's why this matters more than it sounds. Picture an election autumn. The headlines are screaming, your feed is a war zone, and every ad tells you the country ends if the wrong person wins. Your money is sitting in the market, and your gut starts whispering the same thing it whispers to everyone. Just go to cash. Step aside until it's over, until things feel calm again, and get back in once you can see what's coming. It sounds so responsible. But run that instinct every cycle, every 2 years, for a working lifetime, and you've spent decades stepping out of the market right when it was scariest, which, as we'll see, is often right before it recovered. That habit doesn't protect a retirement. It quietly drains one. This channel is for people who'd rather run their money on evidence than on whoever's yelling loudest this week. If that's you, subscribe, and a calm voice will be waiting the next time the headlines try to rattle you. Now, let's give this instinct a name. Let's give it a name. The Election Reflex. Every couple of years, a wave of anxiety rolls in, and it whispers that this time really is different, that this outcome will be the one to break the market, so you'd better do something with your portfolio before it's too late. The reflex feels like caution. It's actually a forecast in disguise. To act on it, you have to believe two things no one can actually know: that you can call who wins, and that you can call how the market answers. Get either one wrong and you've traded your calm, patient plan for a coin flip. So let's test the whole premise against what actually happened. So here's the record, and it's remarkably stubborn. Look back across decades of American history, and the stock market has climbed under Democrats and under Republicans. It has climbed under one-party control, when a single side ran the White House and both chambers, and it has climbed under divided government, the messy gridlock that pundits love to warn you about. Some of the strongest stretches the market ever delivered arrived under the exact arrangements that were supposed to doom it. The lesson isn't that one party is secretly good for stocks. The lesson is simpler and freeing. No party owns the returns. The market's long climb has been powered by companies earning money, year after year, through every administration, and those companies didn't check the election results before they got to work. So here's the line I want you to carry out of this. Separate your ballot from your portfolio. The market has grown under every party. The one reliable way to lose money in an election year is to sell because of one. So why does acting on the reflex backfire? Because going to cash until it settles is just market timing wearing a costume. You're not really making a political call. You're making a bet that you can step out now and step back in at a better moment. And that is the oldest losing game in investing. Here's the trap that springs on you. To dodge the market's scary days, you have to be sitting on the sidelines. And the market's best days have a nasty habit of showing up right in the middle of the fear, often just days after the worst ones. The research houses that track this, firms like J.P. Morgan and U.S. Bank, keep finding the same thing. Miss just a handful of the market's best days over the years, and you gut your long-run return. I won't run the full math here, that's its own episode, and I'll link it. For today, just hold on to the shape of it. The people who flee to cash to feel safe are almost perfectly designed to miss the rebound they were waiting for. Now let me be fair, because this is where a lot of calm-down videos get lazy. I am not telling you politics never matters for markets. It does. An election can genuinely move specific corners of the economy. A new energy rule can lift or lean on energy companies. A change to the tax code can nudge one industry and ding another. That's all real. But notice the scale. Policy moves the margins, not the arc. It shifts which slices of the market do a little better or a little worse. It doesn't reverse the long upward march of the whole thing. And here's the quiet beauty of owning the entire market instead of betting on pieces of it. Broad diversification already absorbs those shifts for you. When one sector takes a hit from a new law, another is often catching a tailwind from the very same law, and you own both. Warren Buffett has been blunt about this for decades. He has never bought or skipped a great business because of who might win an election. He buys companies he expects to be earning far more in 10 and 20 years, and he's watched them compound straight through every president and every party. So where does that leave you, the calm investor, in an election year? Honestly, in the most boring and most powerful spot there is. You are not paid to hold a political opinion in your portfolio. You are paid to stay invested. John Bogle spent his whole life hammering one unglamorous idea: stay the course. Don't try to outguess the market's next move, just own it patiently and let time do the heavy lifting. Elections are exactly the kind of noise he meant. And Morgan Housel put his finger on why this is so hard. He argues that doing well with money has less to do with how smart you are, and far more to do with how you behave when everyone around you is losing their head. Temperament beats forecasting. You don't need to predict the election. You just need to stay in your seat while the person next to you bolts for the exit. A couple of honest footnotes. This is education, not personal advice, and the past is a guide, not a guarantee. And if you're watching from outside the United States, the names change but the reflex is identical, so the calm answer travels just fine. Let me bring it home. 1. The market has climbed under every party and every combination in Washington, so no election result is a reliable reason to change your investments. 2. Stepping aside to wait it out is market timing in disguise, and it usually costs you the recovery you were hoping to wait for. 3. Policy really can move a sector or a tax, but a diversified portfolio already handles that, so you don't have to predict a thing. Get those straight, and the next election headline loses its grip on your money. So here's your one move, and you can do it in the next 24 hours. Take an index card or a sticky note, and write one sentence on it. I invest under every president. Tape it to your monitor or the back of your phone, wherever the scary headlines find you. Then, the next time your gut says go to cash until it all settles down, you read that card, and you do absolutely nothing. Because that's the whole secret hiding inside the election reflex. Separate your ballot from your portfolio. The market has grown under every party. The one reliable way to lose money in an election year is to sell because of one. Your vote is your voice. Your portfolio is your patience. Don't let one talk you out of the other. If you want a portfolio that doesn't care who's in office, subscribe. Calm investors. Build wealth with patience, not panic.